today. So I figured it's been a little too long since I filmed an upcoming releases video. 'Tis time. So I wanted to hop on today and talk about 10 books that have either been recently released, and I think there's one 2022 release. And while chatting today, I'll be coloring in my Autumn Scenes by Teresa Goodridge from Creative Haven. I have been obsessing over this book. I did a picturing it last month, and then I'm finishing up another one that I did start last month too. So far it looks like this, and it's a combination of Arteza pencils, Prismacolors, and now I'm also adding Brute Funners as I'm working on these flowers. So I have my two colors picked out, and from there we can just hop on in, right? So the first book on the list today is something that I was super excited to see, and I think it's a kind of a common trend now, is to release compilation books. And this is a compilation book by Tatiana Bogima-Stolova, and it's called Nice Little Town Christmas Collection, adult coloring book, all Nice Little Town Christmas books collection, stress relieving designs. So the book contains pictures from all three of the Nice Little Town Christmas books, plus 5 completely new images that are Christmassy holiday themed. Love it. I know earlier in the year she also released another compilation, but it was from her vintage books, like her vintage styled books. And per usual, everything is linked down below if you want to check it out. Everything that I'm talking about today can be obtained from Amazon, so it's super easy peasy. But this book was released August 18th, so it is one of the older releases that I'm talking about today. And it is currently $13.70 in euros, so maybe 15 bucks in US dollars. I'm not fully sure because I am looking at German Amazon right now. But yeah, I think for 3 books plus the additional images, let's say it's 15 US dollars, which please don't quote me on, that's what, $5 a book, right? That's a pretty good deal. And also, if you did not want to buy the physical book, I'm assuming she also has the PDF version on her Etsy. So I'm pretty sure she does, because I think she does, because I favored it on Etsy. So yeah, I'm really excited about this one. I am trying not to purchase any books right now just because I have so many, and I did buy a handful while I was over in the States. So I have more than enough material to color in, but this one is something that I'm keeping on my radar. So maybe in November. Usually November is when I kind of swap to less fall things and more holiday things. I know it's still early in November, but whatever. So maybe in November I will snag this one up. And I might actually do the PDF version off of her Etsy. That way it's easier to travel because you don't have the physical book. You would just have the PDF, and if you move and stuff, it's just easier because you don't have to add an additional thing. I keep on mentioning that, but at some point I will be moving back to the States from Germany, and I don't really want to throw out my books, well, recycle them, whatever. So I've kind of slowly been venturing more towards the PDFs, also as I'm buying a bunch of books. But still, in theory, PDFs are great. I just also love a physical book. I don't know why I went on that tangent. Please do excuse. So let me pull up the second book. So a second book is also by Tatiana, and it was released on September 10th, and it is called Nice Little Town, Halloween in Witch Town. So it says holiday funny pictures, stress relieving designs. It says Halloween is coming. From the bulbs in the old cauldron, the magic of the holiday is born. The dark forces will tickle you nervous. It says single-sided and 25 unique images. That's great. and it's currently 6.41 in euros. The cover is really cute. I love the little cat on the cover because he's so smiley. It's lovely, and if you go onto Amazon, she does give you a preview on the back of the book of a couple of the images that you will see in there. So yeah, I'm assuming it's gonna be similar style to the Nice Little Town, like the mouse ones, since Nice Little Town is in the title. But yeah, if you are a fan of Halloween, I think this is probably a good one. Even though Halloween is this month, I definitely see a lot of people here on YouTube and just in general coloring Halloween pictures year round. Why not? I tend to color Christmas pictures year round because I'm a big Christmas girl, not so much Halloween. So I think that this book could be colored in year round, even though it's Halloween themed. But who said you have to contain all that fun into one day? That just seems silly. So silly-nilly. But moving on to the next one. And this one's, I guess, maybe seasonally inappropriate at this point, but it is by Sherry Baldy. It is called My Bestie's Summer Drinks Coloring Book, but it was released August 27th. So I think it was a bit odd that she released a summer coloring book at the end of summer. I don't know, but it is currently 9.06 in euros. And it's just typical Sherry Baldy style, so the girls are super adorable. There are 25 images. You do get doubles, so overall there are 50. Again, if you go onto Amazon, you can see a preview of the pictures because it shows you the back page of the coloring book, which has a little thumbnail of the included images, which is fabulous. So yeah, they're just super cute. I don't own anything by Sherry Baldy. It's just one of those artists that I just haven't picked anything up from yet. Absolutely nothing against her art. It's really, really cute. But there's just so many coloring books out there that, you know, it's hard to have them all. And let me tell you, a lot of us try. A lot of us do try. Moving on to a stained glass Egyptian designs book by Sachin Diva. The book was released August 30th. I have seen some flip throughs on YouTube already, so it's definitely in the hands of many people, which is great. I believe there's 25 images, but let's see. Read more. Yes, there are 25 images. There are no duplicates in his books. They are single-sided. Yes. And it says black paper printed page to reduce the color bleeding. So it is black backed, whether you like that or not. I feel like that's kind of a hot debate at this point. Some people like it, some people don't. But yeah, it was released August 30th, which I think I've mentioned. The current price of the book is 6.05, again, euros. And yeah, I feel like his books always get a very welcoming and positive feedback when they're released. Again, I don't have any of his books. I do like my color by numbers. However, recently I have been really drifting towards more of the pixel books, and those are kind of the ones that I've been purchasing. I have, what's the word? Purged most of my other color by numbers, except for like Hatchet Heroes, because those books are just kind of in a different category for me, and I feel like for a lot of people too. So yeah, I just don't have any of his stuff, but I feel like whenever his coloring books are mentioned in videos, it's always super positive feedback, and I can see why. The images are super cute. They do also tend to be on the easier side, so if you tried like a George Two Fex's book and it was just a bit much, which I can definitely see, maybe try one of these out. And I was really interested to see that he did an Egyptian book, because I haven't seen that before. I feel like there's a lot of, the Halloween color by numbers, the autumn color by numbers, so kind of with the season ones and such. So it's interesting to see him, do something really unique. Thumbs up to that. Love his stuff. I do follow him on Instagram because I love to see all the work. Love it. Anybody else like that? That I'm like the biggest supporter of absolutely everybody's accounts. Like, I don't think I ever like scroll past a coloring picture without liking it, because I'm always like, yes, like, you go. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm just a little excessive with my likes, but it's always interesting to see what people do, and I love it. But moving right along, as I'm just jibber-jabbering, is a book that I haven't seen anybody talk about. Actually, before we do, let me get some more colored pencils and I'll be right back. So I am back. So the book that I'm talking about is called Mystery Famous Places USA, Color by Number Coloring Book. And it has 30 unique adult coloring mystery puzzle pages. So I have never seen anything by this artist before. It's Sonia Ray. And this was released on September 2nd, $7.48 is the price. And I believe there are other books by this artist, printing press, I'm not sure. Sorry, I keep on getting distracted. But I just wanted to pull up one. Never heard anybody talk about her books. And I mean, obviously, just because I haven't doesn't mean that nobody ever has. But I was just fascinated to see if maybe this will become kind of a new up-and-coming color by number company, because that would be lovely. The more the merrier. And I hope you could see. Yeah, perfect. And it says each page has a black background, so they are single-sided, so you could use those delightful alcohol markers. You can't see a preview on the book, but you can see the color palette because they show you the back cover of the book. The color palette is kind of extensive, so it gives me like old school or like the original Color Questopia vibes. That could be just me, but based on the cover, it looks pretty cool. It also looks kind of on the easier side. So if you end up getting this book, please let me know. I would love to hear your feedback because, again, I haven't seen anybody else talk about it, and I'm just curious. Love to discover a new company, a valid company, not those like creepy, sketchy ones on Amazon. I was actually going to include a different book. Again, I'm going on a tangent here, but I was compiling the books that I wanted to talk about. And there was a book that looked kind of cute. It had like cute, creepy monsters for like Halloween. And I was like, cool, like I'll talk about this one because, 'tis the season and everything. And I was reading the reviews because I usually do that before I talk about a book. And people were saying that it's definitely not by the same, like not by one artist. It's definitely like a collection of random pictures. Some of them were Zen doodly, some weren't. And some people were saying like, yeah, it's kind of a sketchy book, potentially stolen artwork, which just frustrates me to no end. So I decided to take that book off the list, and therefore I'm not talking about it today because I wouldn't, not that I'm promoting any of these books, but I don't want to give that book the time of day because, stolen artwork is like disgusting. So no, not today, not here. So I'm just also completely winging it with this kitty cat. I think it's coming out good. So moving right along is a book by Emilia Zomick. It says also can go by EMZ Drawings. Maybe that's the Etsy name, I'm not sure, but the book is called Flower Girls. It features unique portrait illustrations with detailed floral designs for relaxation and stress relief. This beauty was released on September 7th of this year, and it's currently $16.65. I didn't notice it was that expensive. Oh my, that's pricey. But it has 30 illustrations, says 30 hand-drawn illustrations, plus bonus content. Not sure what that means. And yeah, apparently Amelia, the artist, is a professional artist. Very cool. You can see 4 previews on the back cover of the book. And it does look beautiful. It just has, as it said, really nice portraits. And then the girls are surrounded by beautiful, beautiful flowers. So if you're in a floral mood, again, I feel like this is more of a summer release, so it's really surprising to me that it came out in September. But, you know, who am I to judge? And it is $16.65, which I've mentioned. But yeah, I'm going to assume that it is single-sided. It would be kind of silly if it wasn't. Let's see. It says the print length is 79 pages. So yes, therefore the pages are going to be single-sided. Again, it's great. Based on the little previews that I saw, I think this would be a good book for your alcohol markers, or at least to like set maybe the skin tones or something. So there's definitely a lot of potential for marker work in here. I don't know about watercolor, because maybe the paper is going to be just a little too thin, and there are some like smaller details on the images that maybe the watercolor would just be a little too flowy. But maybe if you are very careful with the water, then maybe you'll be able to do it. But again, I can't speak upon the quality of the paper, so it might be, I would assume it's the Amazon printed paper, but also for $16.65, I would hope that it's something nicer. The next book is called Super Cute Halloween, Spooky Cute Coloring Book. So this is not the one where I was talking about how it's like stolen artwork, or potentially stolen, but this one is by Mei Yu. We all know and love her. She is a YouTuber, a very famous YouTuber, and she does also create coloring books. I've mentioned multiple of them before in such videos. But this book was released on September 15th of this year, and it is $11.33. You can see a couple previews. So this book does have doubles. There are 25 images times 2, so overall you get 50 illustrations. The pages are single-sided and black-backed page. So you do have the black backing, so there's a potential for warping, so be cautious of that. But it looks really cute, and it also looks quite simple, so it's not like crazy detailed pages. And this is also another book that looks like would be absolutely fabulous for the alcohol markers. So love that. And the next book is also by Mei Yu, and it is called Witch Wonders. And again, doubles here. It was released on September 16th, so she was very busy in September. And the current price is $11.33. And this style of art looks very different compared to the Halloween book I was just talking about. So I think it shows just how talented she is to be able to create, you know, art that's not all like looks like the same image over and over again, you know. So yeah, it looks fabulous, and I'm glad she created 2 books. Very impressive for the Halloween season. And this one has a really cute witch on it. But both books do show you a couple of previews on the back page. So if you go onto Amazon, the links are below, you can get a preview of what you're signing up for. Moving on to a Demita Victoria book. I feel like one of these videos would not be completed without a book by Demita Victoria. It is called Vampires, and it is $8.55, and it was released on September 17th, 2021. And the books do come on Amazon printed paper, so just be careful of that if that's something that you're not okay with. And It is obviously Halloweeny. There are 25 designs. They are single-sided and black-backed, and there are doubles. So overall, you're going to get 50 images. And that being said, what is everyone's opinion on getting doubles in a book? I don't actually own any books that have doubles, but to me, it's kind of, I don't know, because if I really, really was concerned that I'm gonna like mess up a page and therefore I would want to redo it, or I loved a page and I wanted a chance to do it again later, I would just photocopy it. So I don't know how I feel about the doubles. Like, I don't really know if it's that beneficial. I don't know. What is everybody's opinion? Because I feel like a lot of people go back and forth on that topic as well. But, I don't know, because a lot of these books do have doubles. I think most of Demita Victoria's books have doubles. I don't know. I mean, obviously, I would rather get 50 unique images over 25 times 2. But, or I would rather get the 25 and just be charged less. You know, if that was an option, that would be great. Because again, if you're really that concerned, you can always just copy it. But, I don't know. Let me know what you think. Interested to hear feedback on that one. And moving on to the last book, which is the only upcoming release. It is called Hidden Wonders, Atlantis, a seek and find coloring book of the legendary sunken city. It will be released in May of 2022, May 10th, really far away. And the pre-order price currently is $13.57. Again, all prices I've mentioned are in euros. And it says, Hidden Wonders, Atlantis is an exciting new coloring book series for fans of mythographic. Okay, didn't know it was a series. That's cool. But yes, it is going to be the seek and find, which I've talked about in one of my videos. I'm not the greatest fan of having like random objects in my images, but I know some people love it. And some people have also found really unique ways to work around it by either kind of coloring them to be something else or whiting them out and coloring over them with something else. So there are definitely ways to deal with it. And as I've gotten completely distracted, like coloring in the ears, that's actually it. So that is the 10 books, 9 that have already been released and 1 that is up and coming. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I'm really enjoying how this picture is turning out. Once again, everything is linked down below. And thank you so much for watching, and I'll see everybody in the next one. Bye.